Hey everyone, I haven't really posted in a minute. That's my fault. I decided to take a break for a while and just chill out and see where it goes from there. But unfortunately, the bullshit never stops, even though you want to take a break from it. So there has been several stories, several killings of black men and women by the time I last uh uploaded. Nothing really changed. It's the same story. And sorry about that. And I think that to me is the saddest part. We have a story, a brand new one, about a child who was autistic and he was at a store with his family or his sister and siblings. I don't think it's to my knowledge, I'm not aware that his mother was present. I did not see her in the video. I could be wrong. I did kind of fast forward it because it deeply bothered me on a personal level. All the videos beforehand that I made always bothered me because when it comes to my black people, the black nation, and when it comes to white supremacy, messing with our heads and making us doubt ourselves and making us turn against each other, I'll always take that personally. I'm always pretty passionate about what I say and how I say it. But this video in particular really bothered me. Partly because the kid who was arrested suffered from autism, like me. And the way it was shown to be handled by that police officer, a white police officer, mind you, I can only imagine how overwhelming he must have felt at that moment. Something like that can really affect someone with ASD, which is, to my knowledge, autistic spectrum disorder or Asperger's syndrome, one of the two. But Asperger's syndrome is not really in the uh, books anymore, so it's just right now it's probably pronounced autistic syndrome disorder. But regardless, it really affected me, really bothered me, and I can only imagine how he feels, how the family feels. They already said that they were traumatized. The police even broke into their home for whatever reason they made up. I don't really care about the reason because to me, whatever reason they used at the time was unlawful and wrong. To my knowledge, they didn't even have a warrant. Could be wrong, but even with a warrant, the length they went to really antagonize and traumatize this family is unbelievable. This goes to show you how evil, heartless, and sickening white supremacy can really be. Or this regular white people who feel like they can do whatever they want because the law can't touch them. So even if you don't have your regular white supremacists, which is always the case, 9 times out of 10, you'll have that one individual who technically isn't a white supremacist, but but is also known to be ruthless, disgusting, and downright twisted individual, simply because the power he holds allow him to do so. In my opinion, this is most definitely white supremacy. I'm just stating this as a situation where it might not be that way because you always have particular situations where there's more to the story. But in my opinion, the way that was handled, definitely white supremacy. The race soldier acted hard. He went further and beyond to show his allegiance. Not only that, but the boy's sister actually tried to defend her brother, and she is facing criminal charges simply for protecting her brother from harassment by someone who claims to be on the right foot of the law, but in reality, there's actually no real charges facing the child that was arrested. The only charges are being dealt with right now is his sister, and that's for assaulting a police officer. I severely hope that that charge gets dropped. I severely hope. It definitely needs to, because that girl, she was only doing what anyone would have done if the situation was reversed. And if you're the type to tell me that, oh no, see, I would do it this way or that way, then clearly you don't care about your family in the way you should care about them. Because if you truly love and care for your family, you would do exactly what she did. No questions asked, no words to be said. It seems like it seems like people are just getting race soldiers and white supremacists are just getting real bold out here and just doing whatever. You have the killing of that man who was shot ahead by the police. You had that woman who a few months ago was shot several times by a police officer while driving away. You have several types of those different instances of the race stations of the race soldiers going out of their way to cause nothing but harm and trauma to the black society. And when you see fields like this, there should be no doubt that what is going on right now is an epidemic. It is an epidemic of racial violence being done by black people. There has always been racial violence done against black people for years now. Years. But videos like these and several others, a video like that of that child getting arrested and several other different videos of black men, women, and children suffering the same way by the hands of the law in regards to being treated horribly and inhumanly by those who wear a badge and is out here doing whatever they need to in order to put fear into the hearts of the black society. I truly struggle to fathom why people don't seem to understand the length of action that needs to be done in order to end the violence. You'll always have those who will always support these officers. They're going to support them no matter what they do. Some people like being controlled. Other people just don't. They just don't care about you or me. They just don't. They care about more than they care about their money more than they do about regular people's lives. But that's capitalism taking root in their psyche and stuff like that blinds you to the truth. And the truth is, whether you want to admit it or not, which is something that I don't really bother myself with, because the truth is right there in front of your face. You just choose to keep your eyes closed. The truth is, black people, we are the greatest people to ever take root here. We have a spirit, we have a fighting spirit, and a mentality to never give up despite the circumstances. And throughout hundreds of years of slavery, breeding farms, black codes, racial killings, and anything else that comes our way through the white society, we still manage to stand our ground, and we still manage to stand out. People lay down and let bad things happen to them on a whim. You always have fighters. You always have battle-hardened warriors. You'll always have people who also are not violent. They will always take different routes into. They'll always take different routes to ensure our victory when it comes to the enemies we face on a day-to-day basis. And you'll always have those who, including some of our own, who will always be brainwashed and hyper focused on the money aspect, the lies fed to them by the corporations, the stories told by their white grandparents to the stories told by the white grandparents to their adopted mixed granddaughter. And what I see is a line that is not being shared. I see a line where we're all should step on it, but you only have half of us actually doing so, and the other half is busy wobbling around, trying to focus on anything else but the line right down in front of their feet. That right there is really the saddest part for me, because instead of wasting time and instead of fighting among ourselves over ridiculous material items, money, lies, brainwashing, anything else, instead of fighting among ourselves because of different colors, ignorance, baby mamas, and anything else like that, we should all come together and focus on fighting the real enemy. Of course, people have said this before. Everyone that has the best intention of everyone has the best intention when it comes to the black nation has said this before several times. I am nobody new. I'm nobody new. In fact, I'm small compared to everyone else. My my subscriber count is down. My viewership is doing well, the same thing now. I haven't really improved on that front either, but it is what it is. Personally, I wish that I could somehow change people and mentality and the system itself by showing truth and nothing but the truth and making others admit the truth. But I realize that that isn't exactly something that's possible, at least for me. And you know what? That's alright. That's fine. That's fine by me. And if that's the case, then that's the case. Even with that said, I'm not going to give up and call it a day. I will always be here fighting the good fight when it comes to our people rising up and taking what is ours. The time for asking has ended. Now it's the time to take. We should take reparations. We should take our justice. We should take anything. We should take anything and everything that belongs to us. No questions, no conversation, nothing like that. It's either getting taken or we're fighting for it. It's that simple.